morning, everyone. I hope you're all well relaxed, ready for 20 minutes of discussion on innovation, on central bank matters, and most important, on sustainable finance. My name is Dr. Jochen Biedermann. I run a non-profit association of the financial centers, representing 30 financial centers globally, including DFC, our host today. And with me, as you have heard, is His Excellency Dr. György Matolcsy from the Hungarian Central Bank. I'm very pleased to have such a renowned central banker, but also politician and economist next to me. His Excellency was minister in the Hungarian government 2 times, I think from 2000 to 2002, and from 2010 to 2013, if I remember correctly.
You remember correctly?
He also was a member of the National Assembly of Hungary, and since 2013, he is a governor of the central bank, so he knows very well about politics, about economics, and about central bank issues, micro and macroprudential regulation and supervision. Your Excellency, let me ask you first, we are here at the FinTech Forum. What are the FinTech megatrends you see? What matters for you as a central bank, how you work with FinTechs, how you see the FinTech industry?
Thank you, Jochen. Good morning to everybody. First of all, let me just thank all our organizers and excellencies for this excellent summit. It is a part of the future, that's my understanding, and it's a part of my answer to your question. May I just come back just to your point? Yes, I've got a couple of hats, but some of them are in my garderobe, so they are not with me anymore. So I'm going to make some points from the point of view of central banks, especially from the point of view of a European central bank called Hungary. We are a member of the European Union, but we are outside of the Eurozone, so it is again a unique niche for a central bank. Also, may I just thank you for coming up with this question, megatrends. Yeah, they are, I think, that's my understanding, they are one of the most significant phenomenon of these times because they are like waves. And there are 2 key pillars for megatrends. Firstly, do not deny them, because they are there. Climate change is there. Digital transition is there. Central banks are there. FinTech, the promising FinTech future is there. Secondly, we must try to ride on them, to use them, to benefit a lot from them, to capitalize on the promising future of some megatrends. So I think that's a very nice idea to begin with megatrends. May I just answer your question from the point of view what we've been dealing with for some time. We should answer the question, what is the money of the future and what is the future of money? Mm-hmm. So 2 sides of the same coin are important for answering the question about fintechs, and they all are interconnected. And may I just sort out only one megatrend out of the more than 100 megatrends. That will be a little bit funny or strange. That's the rise of money. The re-rise of money. Money has been getting even more important than it used to be in the past. And why? My understanding is the answer is clear-cut, meaning that money, finance, capital, credit, they all could accelerate all kinds of transitions. So we need money, huge piles of money. We need finance in order to accelerate digital transition, green transition, the transition to towards a sustainable economy. So money is getting more and more important because all transitions need huge amounts of money, including fintech services and including central banks' money.
I heard two keywords which resonate very well with me, money and sustainability. Let's maybe stick to money a little bit further, if you don't mind. So in a way, we are talking about central bank digital currencies, right? So the famous CBDCs. We also at the World Alliance think a lot about the future of financial centers, how financial centers will look like in 2030 and so on, right? We think they will be more digital, smart, green, inclusive, talent attractiveness matters a lot, quality of life. But CBDCs, of course, this is a very important issue. And for financial centers, we don't think so much about retail CBDCs. We think they might not change too much, but we are concerned about wholesale CBDCs because they will allow us to do atomic settlement against other digital assets, digital securities, and so on. What is your view on CBDCs?
I perfectly agree with you that CBDCs are a part of the future. But may I just come up with another framework? Because in our financial world, there is a best-kept secret. It means that we have already entered the future of money and the money of the future, and it happened in 2021. Because the best-kept secret is that in the last 100 years, we had 25 years long financial cycles. And just after the First World War, we restored, I mean the global financial community and politicians and central bankers, we restored the former order. However, it lasted until the Bretton Woods Agreement. In 1944, a new 25 years long cycle was started. And it lasted until Richard Nixon. The American president, Richard Nixon, abolished, out of the blue, the Bretton Woods Agreement, and we know that the anchor of the US dollar was not gold anymore. However, a little bit later, oil came as replacing gold. And that is a very important part of the secret, by having the internet in 1996, just exactly 25 years after Richard Nixon, a completely brand new world has been started. And it lasted until the COVID. It lasted 25 years, and we are here. We are in the new chapter of global finance, and it is a rich world of finance. We see the future as a combination of traditional forms of money, fintech services, and CBDCs will play a role in that future. It means that hopefully we will able to safeguard this united world of global finance. But let's face it, renminbi and some other currencies will rise. There might be a G2 word from the point of global finance, and CBDCs might play a role in both parts of the global, new global financial world. For instance, the Chinese put forward the idea that all BRICS countries can use the PBOC's CBDC. And that's the trick, gold might return to the combination of different kinds of money. So some of the new CBDCs will be based on gold. And of course, there are the cryptocurrency world. And of course, all the financial innovations have been based on electricity since 1996. So it's not the British pound, it's not alone gold, it's not oil, it's not LNG. Yeah, it's electricity. Some former parts will come back, for instance, gold. The US dollar system is with us. The renminbi system will be rising. So all in all, CBDCs will play an important part of the whole game of future. Yes, we can do it in retail and in wholesale. We can do both. But the Chinese offer and all other offers are for cross-border transactions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I can only agree. 2021 also for me was a big change during the pandemic because I'm from Germany and we Germans, we love cash, or we loved cash, I have to say, the past, right? So there were always small shops and in particular bakeries which never accepted anything else than cash. And then during the pandemic, it changed from one day to the other. Even the smallest shops, the smallest bakery, ice cream parlor, they accept credit cards, they accept mobile payments. So this was a landscape shift in Germany, like in many other cash-loving countries. So this was for me 2021, but what you say is perfectly right. I agree, CBDCs also will offer new opportunities. You know, we have now certain cities in the world, certain financial centers which serve as a global foreign exchange hubs. Maybe we'll see new foreign exchange hubs based on CBDCs, where the CBDCs will be exchanged 24/7. But it's now high time to come to a very important topic because we are here at the host city of last year's COP28, and we have to discuss about sustainability. And what makes you special, the Hungarian bank, not only, I think since 2019, you spent some extra efforts on sustainability issues, but you also have an official mandate from the Hungarian National Assembly, I think now for 3 years. So it's one of your objectives. I think you're one of a few central banks, or maybe the only one, have this formally as an objective. How do you think about this, in particular in times where other central banks think maybe should not be an objective, they should only focus on monetary policy?
Yes, you are perfectly right. Again, Hungary was the first country, and the Hungary Central Bank was the first central bank asking for a mandate for green and sustainable activities. We received that mandate from our parliament. Behind this request was the notion of the future of central banks. So of course, we should focus on defending our economies against inflation. Of course, we have to secure our financial stability. Of course, we have to help our governments to enhance growth. But a central bank is able to do even more. A central bank, that's my understanding, and it's going well in Hungary. A central bank has many more tools, means, programs to help the players of the economy, especially the financial players, to focus on green projects, to finance all projects which are really promising from the point of view of sustainability. As a supervisory authority, as a regulator, it's in the central bank in Hungary, also can motivate the financial sector, all the major banks and insurance companies as well, to grant, to sponsor projects which are promising from the point of view of a green, sustainable green transition, from the point of view for building a new sustainable economy. So on one hand, we ask for the mandate. It's happening, it's going on. For instance, we started to eliminate our carbon footprint by planting forests or a part of forest. After that, we encouraged the financial sector to sponsor and to grant new financial resources for all the projects aiming for sustainability. And we've got a really successful project that's called a Green Mortgage Bond Purchasing Program. So the Hungarian Central Bank buys green bonds from the banks, and the banks, of course, finance green projects. Yes, the Hungarian Central Bank was the first within the European Union acquiring this mandate. But again, behind this request was the vision for the future of central banking. Mm-hmm. Yes, we've got much more opportunities to help our economies towards sustainability.
One final question, because then our time will run out. You know, we are here at the FinTech Summit. What role FinTech can play in that matter, sustainability? Is it about ESG reporting, where FinTechs can provide the data? It's about voluntary carbon credits. What do you see on the FinTech space, in particular in Hungary?
FinTech, the FinTech sector is one of the most promising new endeavors of the financial system, because on one hand, they do not destroy the traditional banking system. They are on the verge of convergence. On the other hand, they can stimulate innovations. So the FinTech sector, of course, providing financial services with the players, but innovation, that will be stirred by the FinTech sector in the future as well.
Your Excellency, our time is up. I thank you very much for a very inspiring conversation. We could certainly talk 30 minutes more on a lot of issues. We only, unfortunately, have 20 minutes. They're over. I really enjoyed the conversation with you. Thank you very much for being here, our guest, and for being here in Dubai and supporting this ecosystem as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.